welcome back. So this one, I'm away at the moment, hence the different setup. I'm hoping the camera angle is stable. Well, the camera is stable enough. It's took me a while trying to work out the lighting and things like that, and I've got to lean over, but we'll do good. We'll get through it. We'll get through it, guys. Okay, so this one is what actions are they going to take towards me? So we're going to use deck 1 and deck number 2. So have a think about you and a think about your person, and I need to get the mutual energy. So pick your deck number 1, number 2, the ones you're most drawn to. If there's a pull from any of your chakras, your heart chakra, your stomach chakras, your sacral, your solar plexus, try to work with your bodily chakras rather than which one your head is telling you to go to. That's what my guide is saying. So deck 1 and deck 2. And I'll get the strong energies. So as always, this will work on the collective mutual energy between you all. Deck time is in the description. Strongest mutual energy, so it goes into all of your energies, pulls out the strongest one. Okay, can you get me into my collectives number 1, deck number 1, my collective. I've got to use my top as a table because this is so slippy. It's like proper shiny slippy, and I did not bring a tablecloth. 1. And can you get me into my deck number 1's person's energy, into their thoughts, feelings, emotions, energy and thought processes, please, of deck number 1. So it's going to see, because we know a lot about if they're coming back and when they're coming back and what's going to happen. Someone requested yesterday that we looked at the actions, and I was going to do some different ones, but it really pulled me towards this reading today, so I thought, no, we'll go for it. Okay, can you tell me what actions the people's watching's person is going to make towards them? What actions are they going to do? What are their actions? Can I have clear jumpers, please? What are their actions? 1, 2. What are the person's watching's actions? 3. I love this deck. It's one of my favourites. Not that I should be favouritist towards my decks. What are they going to take? What actions? Do a 9-card spread. What actions are they going to take? 1, 2, 3, and let me get, in fact, we'll get 3 for an overall outcome. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Not 9 at all, 12. I think that's 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, can read cat tarot cards, can't do maths. So what's currently happening with your person at the moment is, drink, and then I'm going, I promise. My disgusting pink drink. Okay, so at the moment they're having this period of rest, and they're having this period of rest to kind of get all their emotions in check, which is why there's all this kind of green. The emotions are overweighing the need for kind of communication at the moment and communicating what they feel. The 3 of Swords is kind of going down into their eyes. They are feeling quite wounded at the moment. Some of them, their pride has been wounded. Some of them, they are heartbroken as well, if you believe me or not. But some of your group are feeling really, really sad about the situation. They've been trying to let it grow and go. They've tried to take a step back to let the relationship grow and just see what's been happening, but they've been overclouded by judgment. That is what I'm hearing, and they've been, some of them have had pressure put on them. Some of them have just put pressure on themselves, and some of them have found the relationship very, very intense, which has also pressurized them. So either way, there's been quite a lot of pressure, and so they've backed away from the situation and having this period of rest with their emotions overwhelming them at the moment. And as a typical person, as the typical masculine energies, as a whole, most of you will be feminine energies watching this. Remember, it's never gender specific. As the masculine energy does, they tend to run away. the room, because they don't know how to control these these thoughts, these feelings, and a lot of them have been void of love throughout their lives. So this love emotion, when it comes and hits them, they're not really sure what to do about it, so they withdraw from the situation. You got the Seven of Pentacles, that they're working the situation out at the moment. They are getting ready to kind of open Pandora's box. They're thinking it all through. They're feeling the rest of their lives, a lot of them, it's going quite well at the moment. Some of them are having issues with work and family, but the majority of them, everything else is kind of working out. So this is why you are predominantly in their thoughts. Why they are thinking of you more is because everything else seems to be going okay, and what's happened with you has actually knocked them off kilt. Some of them are thinking, have I made the right choice? Some of them are thinking, I have made the right choice, but most of them will be turning around and going, oh shit, I've made an error, in a couple of weeks, and make moves back towards you. They are still clinging onto the situation with you, I'm being told. They're just trying to balance everything out at the moment. They're trying to weigh up their choices, weigh up the decisions. They are hiding from the energies, they are hiding from the truth of the situation, again, because there has been a lot of things that have been overwhelming them, so they've took this step back. These emotions have been really, really strong. Now, what's going to happen is, at this point in time, your person is resting. They are looking into you, what you're up to with the Page of Swords. They're trying to see what's actually going on, and they aren't quite ready to make movement, but a lot of them will be watching your social media. A lot of them will be spying on you. A lot of them will be looking for answers and not getting any. So they're just kind of trying to balance everything, balance up their head and balance up their heart. Like I said, the emotions are overwhelming them, so a lot of them are running away from it. A lot of them are trying not to think about it, but it's at night time, when they're on their own, that these feelings kind of come up to the surface. You've got the Death card. They knew the situation when they ended it, or whatever equivalent that is, whether they've walked away or said pushed you away, or it doesn't have to be the end of the situation specifically, depending on your individual circumstances. The energy was really, really intense between the two of them. They were feeling like they were being blinded by it all. They were really struggling, and they were being outweighed by all these emotions. But what's going to happen is, I've just seen the white flag of surrendering. They are going to surrender. Okay, so at the moment they're standing firm in the path, saying, no, right, I've been right, I'm right, because they always think they're right anyway. But they are going to, the white flag of surrender, they are going to surrender towards the situation. Once they've done that, you've got justice, so they know that this choice has to end. These things that are going on in their head, they know that has got to these things that are going on in their heart, they know that they've at some point got to deal with that, but at the moment they're not ready. But once they've released it, justice will happen, and the scales are going to tip backwards in your favour. At the moment you don't feel like they are in your favour, but the scales will tip. I'm also being drawn, they're not on this card, to a masculine line and a feminine circle. So masculines in sacred geometry are always straight lines, and feminines are always curved. And Spirit just showed me that to say that the masculine feminine energies are outweighed at the moment. The masculine is heavier than the feminine energy, because they've got so much kind of going on. Now, when these emotions, when they start grabbing hold of their emotions, the scales is going to rebalance back out, which is why justice is here as well. They're going to embrace their emotions with the King of Cups and make moves back towards you. They're going to be feeling more balanced. There's two cups, the dolphin's holding one, the guy's holding the other. Some of them will come and make love offers to you. A lot of you will, some of you will see them just randomly in the street if you live nearby. If you're on internet, it's going to be through internet emails. It's going to be email rather than texts, for the internet based people. For those of you that don't live near them and you're not in contact through the internet, it's either going to be social media or text message that's going to pull them back. They will start off by saying something really friendly. Some of them will come in and say, oh God, it all went wrong, I was so heavily burdened by life that I couldn't cope. Some of them will say that. Some of them will say, oh well, I thought I was making the right choice, I was doing the right decision for both of us. Some of them will be honest and say it was too intense, I've had to kind of walk away from it. But those are the communications that are going to kind of come through. Some of them will just pretend nothing has ever happened as well. Now, those of you that they're going to pretend that it's never happened, the majority of you are going to be in this circle that's been going on. There's also going to be that element of karma, which is why there's justice. So it'd be worth having a look at clearing karmic debt that you have with this person. Not saying that you are in a karmic relationship, because a lot of you aren't. But if there is karmic debt, then there is karma. So it doesn't really matter. Your person will come back, and probably they will still be non-committal towards you, but they're going to come back based on passion. Some of you are going to get sexual messages as well. I'm sure you are aware of that. You've got the Three of Cups. Now this is seeming more to be some kind of celebration. Some of them will be asking you to social events, or saying, oh, are you going to this place, or are you going to that place? That's going to be happening as well. There are also possibly some of them with the Three of Cups, they might go through a friend to get access to you as well. So if you have a mutual friend, they're going to start off by checking up on what's happening through them, and then there'll be moves that way. And with Judgment, this will be them deciding that they've made the wrong choice and making moves back to you. So it's going to come forward, it's going to come good. But at the moment they're just hiding and having this period of rest. But once they've weighed it all up, once they've realised and surrendered to their emotions, they will come back towards you in any manner of those ways and make those moves and make that contact. And love will be the key of it. Some of them will cover their emotions with sexual energy as well, I'm being told to tell you, so just be aware of that. If they do send you something that's a bit smutty, just be an allowance of it and just say, right, you know, okay, whatever, react how you would react, but try not to let it upset you too much, because the sexual energy between the two of you, as far as they're aware, is probably the mutual ground when they don't want to talk about emotions. So yeah, but there is movement from them all, and they will make these moves towards you. Timing wise, your rough estimate, so again, this works on your mutual energy. It's like mass, it comes in, I dip into all your energies and pull out the strongest timing. Is roughly 2 months. Now that could be 2 months in total, that could be 2 months from now, that could be 2 months in total, or 2 months from now. Yeah, that's it. That's your rough timing. So if you need to look at it in a personal reading, just drop me a message. But they will come, they will come. Okay, let's do deck 2, 11:37. Deck 2, can I get into my collective's energy of deck number 2? So if you've just tapped in, tuned in, turned on, this works on the strongest mutual energy between you all. So I dip into all of your energies, I dip into your person's energy, and I pull out the strongest mutual energy between you all. But if anything doesn't resonate, just remember it, because it will come up. You get me to deck number 2's collective energy. Deck number 2, deck number 2, deck number 2. Can you get me into their person's thoughts, feelings, energy, emotions, and thought processes? Thoughts, feelings, energy, emotions, and thought processes of the collective people. I was just saying to that one, I keep using my top as a table, because this is so slippy. It is so slippy. Next time I will bring a tablecloth, I think. It's going to be a better option. Deck number 2. The person's thoughts, feelings, energy, emotions, and thought processes. I know the pain of shuffling. It can be a bit of a pain to sit there and watch it. But if you don't, your energy doesn't really get into the deck, unfortunately. Which is why some of you, if you do say, it doesn't really happen, but if you do say it doesn't resonate, you probably haven't watched the thing. You might have done, but if it doesn't resonate from that, it's because it's coming up later. I'm wittering. I'm having a witter. Yummy, yummy pink drink. Ugh. Okay. Can you tell me, please, deck number 2, what their actions are going to be, what their person's actions are going to be towards them? What are their actions going to be towards them? Okay. Can you let me know what actions are the people watching deck number 2 going to take towards them? Good start. What actions are they going to take towards them? Someone asked me why I don't read reversals, and that's because I'm not really a massive tarot reader, which sounds silly, me doing tarot. But because I'm a psychic medium, it's more channeled, so the cards are just my tool. I just use them as a tool. But you'll notice that with the cards, I don't tend to use, I will use some literal card meanings, but the additional information comes from spirit, not from the cards. So if my guide tells me to read reversals, I will do, but if he doesn't, then if he says to me, Ali, that needs to be read in reverse, then I read it in reverse, but if he doesn't, then we read it this way. 3, 4, 4, and let me just get 3 for your overall outcome. What's the overall outcome of these 3? Get number 2. 1, 2. Just one more. I only want one. Okay, so what we got, what is going on here? Okay, so where they currently are at the moment, a lot of them are being absorbed by fear. They have got a lot of unconditional love for you, and they can see that they would like new beginnings with you, but these fears have kind of overwhelmed them at the moment, and they are scared of being stung. A lot of them have got stuff from the past that has kind of come up to the surface to purge, to be purged from their body, and these past memories have kind of reared their head, and this is a reason why your person is either backed away from the situation. Whatever your individual circumstances are, this is kind of what has happened here. So the memories from the past have pushed them backwards, but there is unconditional love, and they do know how they feel about you. They are very aware of how they feel about you. They aren't necessarily hiding from their emotions, they are hiding from everything that has happened in the past, it coming up to the surface and being scared of being hurt again. So that is where your person currently is. So this has made them take a step away from the situation. They are feeling hurt by it with the 3 of Swords. Their heart is also broken. A lot of them have lodged away from communication, but all they want to do is communicate with you with the blue all around this person. But the stability that this person is wearing, the red, the stability is kind of gathered around them at the moment. They are on self-protect, which is why they've kind of pushed you aside from the situation, but they are hurting as well. I've just seen the 2 of Cups, kind of the cups being a clairvoyant image of the 2 of Cups being fallen over, and they did have a lot of dreams, a lot of hope, a lot of love for you, and it's suddenly out of nowhere, it has been building for a while. These thoughts and feelings and fears have been building for a while, but they were pushing them aside, and then one day they woke up, almost smelt the coffee, but they probably smelt the wrong coffee, and pushed you away because they were like, this is too much, I can't do it. And it's because of what's happened within childhood, within teenagers, within everything that's happened in past, bad relationships, some of them divorced, some of them are still married, and with that again there's that fear of the unknown and what's going to happen and can they do it, and a lot of them that will reflect back to the issues from when they were a kid and abandonment issues. So all of this has kind of come up to the surface, and they're not sure what they were meant to be doing about it, and so they're now stuck between a rock and a hard place about what to do. 2 of Swords, they don't know which way to go. It's put them in conflict over the situation, and some of you have had big arguments with them as well, which has thrown them, and they have just walked away because they haven't known what else to do, how to cope with the situation. You are still wrapped up in their thoughts. A lot of you are still wrapped up in the thoughts. I've also just had a clairvoyant image, and this is just for one of you particularly, could be a couple of you, but mainly one of you, of your person sitting in a light grey room with a white bed sheets. It's a male energy, and their heads are down in their hands and they're crying. So that's one of you at least. The room is like a bluey grey colour. Unable to make choices, unable to make decisions. They've acted on logic rather than their emotions. But this is going to reverse. So this guy here has got one of these jumping feet. So one leg and one jumping feet. So at the moment your person is standing on their leg. But with these butterflies, for these periods of transformation, they are going to transform, and they're going to be making these jumps towards you. You've got the wind turbine for energy. Spirit are pushing this energy on them. So you don't need to do any kind of energy healing towards them. Let them do it yourself. Spirit are doing that. You've got the owl for being wise and the bird for being free. They are trying to work out the balance of it. They've tried to do the right thing to protect themselves. Again, red for security. You've got peacock feathers all over this suit, which is bad luck as well. So they're feeling like they're kind of going through this period of bad luck. They're struggling, but the spirit know they were in this period of transformation. They're giving them the energy to see the light, I'm being told to tell you. And with these 2 birds at the top, this is the movement towards you. So there is love, and again, in the background, you are in the back of the mind all the time. They are going to make moves towards you. Again, some of you, it's third parties with the 3 of Cups. Those of you that aren't third parties, they're just going to be taking a leap of faith. You've got a Fool as well, sorry. They're going to be taking a leap of faith and going with the flow of it. Again, in the background, they feel a bit like an idiot, some of them, because they've given up on what they feel is real love, but they haven't known what else to do about it. They're going to come towards you and offer peace. So you are going to get a lot of peace offerings from your person. They aren't thinking too far in advance. They are living in the moment. They are living in the here and now, and they are processing everything. They have kind of gone from the black into the light, but this is going to reverse, and the actions they're going to take is going to be coming back towards you, jumping towards you, taking a leap of faith. Spirit are going to be pushing them quite strongly for the divine relation. More, to be fair with all of you, but the more divine relationship, Spirit are definitely giving this massive nudge. A lot of them are getting memory links as well, and they definitely will be. So lots of little things are reminding them of you. And with that, that means the contact is soon going to be approaching. You can manifest the situation with the Magician. They are in a way already manifesting it themselves. You can't go with manifestations. A couple of people asked me this. You can't go against free will because the universe wouldn't let it. So if you're manifesting something and the universe said no, it won't happen, and it won't happen anytime until the free will is kind of aligning. You and the person will have to align, which is why I say always, like, if you need the plans doing, let me know, because we can work out what's going on. But the idea to manifest is here. You can bring them back towards you, so this is a good sign, so you guys can manifest it. At the moment, this is just staring at me. 9 of Pentacles. They're going to start weighing up the choices. They're going to make these jumps and decisions towards you. They're going to take a leap of faith. They are going to trust in their emotions. A lot of them are just, it's going to be the same kind of contact with deck 1. A lot of them, more so with this deck, it's going to be text messages that come through. Show me that again. Some of them are going to offer to kind of take you out on getaway for a little while as well, just so that you can spend that time rebuilding your relationship back up. So be aware of that. If they say, oh, I want to take you to this field, let's go for a dog walk, or let's do this and let's do that, that energy is there, because those are the kind of, they know that they need to take you away to get away from the situation, to work out how they truly feel. High Priestess, again, you're in the thoughts, your energy, masculine, feminine energy, you're feeling more balanced on it. I know you're hurting, but your energy is a lot more balanced and a lot more aligned, and they will come into tow with that. Remember, any healing that you do on yourself, to ask that to echo onto your person. There is going to be movement in the upcoming weeks, possible months, between you all. Your person is going to be making these jumps. So at the moment, standing on their one leg, they're going to take a leap of faith, go with these jumps, make moves back towards you, throw your arrows, come towards you. 10 of Pentacles, they're going to be feeling more secure, more stable, more grounded, and more grounded within their emotions, knowing that even if they can't offer you the whole world, what they can do is offer you their emotions and their heart. So be aware of that, and they will come with some kind of stability offer with the Ace of Pentacles. All green, all heart-centered emotions. This person absolutely adores you, but they've just got frightened to death and run. And some, again, if that's third party, if you are the third party, that's circumstantial about what's going to happen. If you're not third party, it's just all these fears from childhood. Even third parties, there's fears from childhood and teenage years and from the past that have run up. Issues with abandonment, issues with isolation, issues with not wanting to be on their own, issues with money. All these fears have just amalgamated in their head, and they've got really confused and in a bit of a pickle. So they've took a step back. And that's what's happened. But they'll make moves towards you, text messages, nights away. I know I've said before, some of you will get flowers. I've just seen that again. At least one of you will get, it looks to be about 7 red roses, which is a bit of a weird number, but 7 red roses. And I've just seen a bird, a white bird, a dove for messages. So there is messages coming. And that is the actions they will take, and they will talk about rebuilding it. Your deck are going to be more committed to wanting to rebuild a future with you, but don't push it on them, because if you push it on them, they will run again because it's too much. So easy does it, slowly, gently. Think Knight of Pentacles, go slow and gentle on them like they are with you, and that will win your race. That's deck number 2. So, thanks for bearing with me with the different setup. It's been a bit funny. But if you want to book a private reading, email mysticlovetarot@gmail.com. My name's Ali, A-L-L-Y, but people call me all sorts. And what else do I need to tell you? If you want to find me on Instagram, it's just Mystic Love Tarot. I'm going to put a collective reading post up in the next day or two for you to put your new readings down and what you want. And that's it. And obviously with the collective readings, if I can run them for collective and my guide says, yeah, that we can do that, I will. But if they are very singular questions and they are about something specific to your situation that isn't going to work for everyone else, I can't run it. There's just no way, because there's no mutual energy on it. So those are the ones we'll need to book private readings. But if you're thinking, like, if you've got these ones that can run and you think, yeah, that's a collective energy, there's a mutual energy on that between everyone that's going to be watching, then we can run it. Because there's a lot of you on this channel, so yeah, it needs to run for all 3,000, 4,000 of you. Lots of love, guys. Take care. Bye.